Think about the geology optional paper for. Hi, good evening to all. Myself Arvind. I'm here to discuss about the geology optional for Indian Forest Service examination, UPSC Indian Forest Service examination. So we are here gathered here to discuss about the geology optional and how to initiate this. Optional paper. All these things we will discuss today here. Okay. And you can stop me anywhere, no problem. And if you have any doubts, also you can put it in the chat box so that we will have the discussion this one. And I don't have any issues. Even if you are stopping me in between, also I don't have any issues. You can stop me anytime. There is no problem. Okay. So coming to this one here, the syllabus. So that is the main thing. Actually, we can say. Okay, it is a thumb rule. We can say any examination. We can say the college examinations or whatever that one. So the simple thing is what we have to integrate our syllabus properly. That is the thing we have to do. Okay. So 25% of syllabus is already covered in the GS syllabus. That is, we can say general geology. Okay, so general geology syllabus, then geomorphology, and a little bit of remote sensing. Already it was covered in the our general studies main paper. Okay, so there would be no issues at all whenever we are preparing for the examination. Okay, so already it was covered in the GS. That is the first thing. And another plus point in the geology optional is what means we can say the syllabus is very very precise, especially for the forest service examination. And if you see the content, forest service and forest service and civil services, the syllabus is same, but the level of questions will be it will be little bit difficult in terms of civils that we are not going to discuss today. But in terms of forest service, the geology optional is very very easy. We can say, okay, comparatively, it is very very easy. And like we can say here, like 1 month preparation plus some good test series and answer writing practice, that is more than sufficient to complete the examination properly and efficiently. Okay, so that is more than sufficient for in terms of forest service examination. Because why I am telling this much confidence means many toppers, we can say since 2020, if you see, they are actually had geology optional paper, and they never had any geology background in their graduation. So that is the thing we can say. Okay, so since 2020 we can see this trend actually, and their preparation timing, if you see that one, it is like 1 month 2 months, like that we can say. Okay, so that is the thing. Because why it is possible here means because the syllabus is very very precise actually. So that is the main reason actually. It is possible. But in terms of civil services, it is not the same thing. So why means there the questions will be a little bit deeper actually. So we need a more understanding actually, and the questions will be a little bit deeper and indirect will be there. And here in this case of forestry, very few questions they will ask indirectly that we can easily tackle actually. Those questions we can easily tackle out. Okay. And another plus point in the geology optional is what there is so much of overlapping. Okay, there is so much of overlap. So, for example, the general geology example, we can say meteorites, which is coming under the general geology, which is again going to come in the second paper, that is a geochemistry, we can say. Okay, so like the things you are going to study in the stratigraphy in the first paper, you are going to cover same thing in the paper two, that is economic geology. So like that, we are having a many overlaps. So directly or indirectly, so these overlaps are helping us to revise it strategically, and these things are going to help us in many ways, we can say. Okay, so that is why we can say this optimized overlap, they are actually allowing us to revise this subject for paper one as well as the paper two, we can say. And here for scoring the maximum mark, the main secret is what means. So you should prepare a micro syllabus. So micro syllabus is already given. So we can have that micro syllabus. So using that micro syllabus, we can easily we can knock out. We can knock out in this examination. Okay. So it means what this micro syllabus will allow us that it will make us that 25% of the preparation is over, we can say. So once you understand that micro syllabus, so it will enhance our preparation and it will increase our efficiency. These things we can say. Okay. And here for forest service, in terms of forest service, we can say it is a minimalistic approach, especially when we are coming for the books, we can say. So here, what are the things we need means there is we can say KM Banker just for keeping in the revision. Okay. Then second one is Umeshwar Prasad for economic geology purpose. And the third thing is we can say the class notes and handouts and some PPTs of these things. These are more than enough for scoring this Scoring, we can say 300 plus marks in the mains examination, written examination, we can say. Okay, no need of any more books. Only these things we have to revise more and more. With this, two books and some answers. That is more than okay. And some people will ask, do we need any master's degree? Do we need any basics? But for me, there is nothing actually. Okay, it is an unnecessary pursuit, we can say. And always remember, so you are preparing for a UPSC examination, and you chosen this optional. Why means to score well and to see your name in the list. Okay, and you are not going to do any masters. Generally, some people they will get attracted to the subject and they will keep on reading and reading and reading actually. Okay, so the what will happen finally, they will not come into come to the conclusion. And here we are having a space space limited answer sheets actually. Okay, so it means maximum in the 15 marks you will be having the 3 pages, and 10 marks and 8 marks you are going to have the 2 pages only. So it means even whatever you read actually, like if you are consulting mineralogy for 10 books like that, there is no point of view at all, because you are not going to become a master, or you can say you are not going to become any doctorate here. Okay, so here your objective is what, very very clear, that you have to fill the good content. Okay, good content with the good examples and good diagrams in the answer sheet. So here, so that is the thing you should keep in mind actually. So what are the things are necessary means a geological insights based on the subject, syllabus, we can say. Then some foundation in the geography, then a small like a basics in like a 10th level chemistry and 10th level biology. If you are having that one, that is more than enough for completing this geology optional, like efficiently and effectively with the good answers, we can say. Okay, and always remember that one, for becoming these things, this is the things you need to keep in mind. Okay, now how you can maximize your performance, especially in the mains examination while writing your answers actually. Okay, so it means you have to explore. Already we discussed the micro syllabus is most, it is most important. So 25% of your preparation is covered in this. Once you understand this micro syllabus, once you read and reread this one, so where and which contents are there, so it will be very easy. Okay, so by it will make you, it will unlock 25% these things actually, we can say. Okay, and you have to take valiant steps, like a step by step you have to start. So we will see that one also, what are the steps we have to take. From where we have to start, which topic we have to cover first and which topic we have to cover last. Those things and all we will see one by one. Okay, so fundamental concepts. So each topics may, like a stratigraphy means you should know what do you mean by strata, what do you mean by succession, then what do you mean by, like we can say, um, what do you mean by that superposition. So like that, each topics will be having some basic concepts will be there. So once you master that basic concepts, so it will be easy to cover the subject actually. Okay, it will be easy to cover the subject. Okay, so that is the thing we should keep in mind. Mastering the fundamental concept is most important here. Okay, then always here, two things are most important for a geology optional, especially we can say. So one is what, diagrams, and second one is example. The more and more examples you are drawing and the more and more diagrams you are drawing with a good captions, so it is going to fetch you the more marks in the by the examiner. Okay, so generally the geology professors who is evaluating, whether it is from IITs or LITs or any universities, central universities or any universities, so they like actually geologists, especially generally they like more examples and diagrams actually. Okay, geologists, they used to do, they used to sketch actually. They used to pin down with the diagrams actually. They used to explain with the diagrams. So your answer should be mostly with the diagrams whenever it is possible, wherever it is necessary. So try to draw more diagrams to fetch more marks, we can say. And keep in mind always that you are not going to become a geologist. So by choosing this optional, by reading this optional paper, you are not going to become a geologist. Okay, so here you are going to prove that through your answer writing mode that you are not lesser than a geologist. So that is the thing you are going to try here. Okay, that is the thing you are going to attempt here. So that you always keep in mind. You are not going to become a master, or you are not going to become a professional geologist. So you are going to prove that through your answer writing mode that you are not lesser than a geologist. So that you should always keep in mind. Okay, because many people used to ask that, sir, what are the references book for mineralogy, petrology, stratigraphy, like that? Because for professional people it is very very easy to go through that one and to get essence of from that one. But it is very difficult because the time is very limited, because you have to prepare for other optional in case of forestry. Okay, and you have to prepare for GS, you have to prepare for English, like that. Sorry. So here, this you should always keep in mind. You are going to prove that you are not a geologist through your answer writing. Okay, so that is the thing you should always keep in mind whenever you are preparing. So what are the things you should keep means so always try to highlight actually. Okay, so why in interview also they will be asking why you have chosen this one means because forestry and geology, they are closely connected. They are closely connected because forests are nothing but they are nothing but they are the products of earth, and geology means it is nothing but it is an earth science. Okay, so in that way we can connect these things, and both the subjects are highly connected, we can say both the things are talking about the earth only. Okay, these things we can say. And claiming a rank in mains because geology is a powerful option, we can say. If you see the last at least since 2020, if you see the toppers in the especially in the forest service mains, forest service examination, you can see the toppers. Whether it is a first rank or second rank or third rank or within the top 10, you can see that one the toppers are generally those who chosen the optional between the geology and the forestry. And why they got succeeded, even they never had any like a geology background in their graduation. Okay, and how they got succeeded means it is like we can say that systematic preparation, and they wrote the good answers, we can say. Okay, and how to this get this 300 plus means what is that means it is a minimalistic approach. It means less number of books, more number of revision, and more number of practices that is going to give the answer writing practice, that thing you are going to perform, and you are going to rectify your mistakes, and that mistakes cannot be repeated in your the mains examination. So that is the thing you should keep actually keep in mind for scoring 300 plus marks in the geology optional, we can say. Okay, so what are the qualifications? Already we discussed. So one is what your attitude toward your learning, and your lateral thinking. So lateral thinking is most important for geology. Why means you are going to give an example actually. So you are going to connect actually. Okay, so that is the thing. That is why this lateral thinking is also more important. And here you should have more curiosity, because whatever you are seeing is actually you should know why I am studying this stratigraphy, why I am studying this paleontology, why I am studying this petrology, why I am studying this economic geology, why I am studying this geochemistry. So one that curiosity driven exploration on each subtopic should be there actually. Okay, so after knowing this one, what is this topic and why I am studying, once you know means you can apply that to smart learning strategies. And consistently if you dedicate for studies actually, then definitely you can succeed in this one with the help of your rigorous revision in the writing practice. Okay, so what is that? What are the strategies you can make? For this geology option means. So all you have this divide and rule strategy. It means you have to divide this syllabus into small topics, and rule this syllabuses. Okay, so it means you have to systematically understand the concepts using a crystal clear process, we can say. Okay, so you should have the zeal for learning and unwavering consistency, we can say. Then writing practice, that is most important, because many people they ignore, they ignore here actually. Because what is happening here means so many people they will listen to the classes many times, but they fail to pen down their answers actually. So what is going to happen means what are the mistakes they are doing. Okay, like a stratigraphy part, how to answer and how not to answer. Okay, what examples they can give, which examples to given actually. So those things actually they will do the mistakes in here. So these things you can rectify, how you can overcome this kind of problems means by this persistent writing practice, so that you can do the mistakes, and thus mistakes can be rectified, and from that mistakes you can learn the lesson, and that lessons can be like implied in your final examination. Okay, you can learn from that errors. Okay, so KM Banger, already I mentioned, Umeshwar Prasad, class notes and hands out, and some maps. Why means we need some geographic locations. So with those things actually we can easily cover those things, we can say. And this is the broad outline, we can say, like section A and section B of geology paper 1. We can say the broad things we can say. And these things also we can share. I will be giving my mail ID, and if someone wants me, I can give this breakups also, like a paper wise how it is actually. So we can see this one. Okay, so these are the 8 subtopics under the these things paper 1. And these are the 8 subtopics under the paper 2, which are having the breakup of the marks year wise since 2014 to 2023, we can see. Okay, and how you can start yourself. Okay, how you can start yourself means like you can start with a general geology, because it is already covered in the GS paper, and geomorphology, that is again it is covered in the GS paper. Okay, and remote sensing you can do it with yourself, because it is going to talk about we can say the satellites, Indian remote sensing satellites, electromagnetic spectrum, like that. So once you have a little bit basics in physics, So it is also easy to cover the remote sensing part. That is an applied geology part, we can say. And other applied geology aspects are what? Hydrogeology. Even that also you can study in your, okay. And engineering geology. And once you cover, once the structural geology is over, the engineering geology it will be very, very easy. Okay. Once your structural geology is over, your engineering geology will be very, very easy here. Okay. So that is the thing we can say. And the environmental geology, again, it is the easiest thing. So once you this is also again a syllabus of your, we can say the GS paper. Okay, GS paper we can say. Okay, that is the thing we can say. Okay, so what are the things? Other things you need the guidance like a petrology, stratigraphy, paleontology. Okay, then mineralogy, then geochemistry, so economic geology, mining geology. So all these things you need the guidance for basically. It means you need some mentor. If you are an like a geology graduate, means there is no problem at all. You can study in your own. But if you are a non-graduate, means at least take a mentorship or take guidance. Actually, what are the things you will need to like focus and how to focus and how to start this. Okay, and we know that one beauty of the geology already we saw is knowingly or unknowingly we are going to revise the chapters of paper 1 while studying the paper 2. Okay, so there is an overlapping in the syllabus already we saw that. Okay, so that is the thing we should always keep in mind, we can say. Okay, and once you start with the right thing, definitely you can complete the syllabus efficiently and effectively we can say that. Okay, so always start with the general geology and the geomorphology, and once it is over, then followed by the structural geology, that is how these structures are formed in the earth sciences, we can say. Okay, then after completing the structural geology, I mean once your general geology, geomorphology and structural geology is over, then you can start with the stratigraphy. So it is like an history, we can say. It is nothing but a historical geology. Okay, it is nothing but a historical geology. Okay, so here we are going to study like in that period, in the beginning of the like a formation of earth, how the earth was and what kind of rocks has been formed, what kind of deposit has been formed. So everything we will be studying, like history we used to study, na? Like during independence, what happened, so who came, like that and all. Same way here also. So like in India, what happened during this age, in Africa, what happened, in America, what happened, in Australia, what happened, like that we will be studying. So that is nothing but a historical geology. So that is a stratigraphy, we can say. So once stratigraphy is over, paleontology will be very, very easy. So here you need little bit basics in the biology. So it means it is totally a biology, but here we are going to study about the fossils actually. Okay, that is the remains of organisms which is preserved in the sedimentary rocks, we can say. So that is the thing you are going to study under the paleontology. Okay. Then second paper may you always start with the geochemistry. Then you complete with the mineralogy. That is the mineralogy is actually composed of, we can say, the subtopics of like crystallography and optical mineralogy. This is well covered in the your KM banker. That is more than enough for your answer writing in terms of your forest service is concerned. Okay, then followed by petrology, like it is having again three subdivisions like igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. So once it is done, once your geochemistry and mineralogy is like your crystal clear, then petrology will be very, very easy. Okay, then you go for the economic geology, and once economic geology is done, then applied aspects like mining and environmental geology can be done. Okay, and other applied aspects are like remote sensing, hydrogeology, engineering geology. Even you can study in the last moment also. Okay, and these are the portions you can study by yourself, already mentioned, like a general geology, that is nothing but physical geology, we can say, geomorphology, remote sensing, environmental, and engineering. So, what are the other things you need guidance means, like a structural, stratigraphy, paleontology, geochemistry, mineralogy, petrology, economic, mining, mineral exploration, these things are all you need a guidance, we can say. Okay. So always, feel free to ask your doubts now. And this is my mail ID. You can note it down, and you can mail me in these things also. Okay. So you can mail me in these things. Okay. So this is what about the geology option. Okay. So all the best and be the best. Thank you. And now you can ask your questions, whatever is there. I am happy to have answer. Now the session is open for your doubts. Okay, ma, it will be uploaded, ma. This session will be uploaded because there was a slight delay in this one. That is why. Where can I get the video of IFoS agriculture strategy? Sorry, I can't able to answer. You can contact admin here. Yeah, book list. So I repeated again. I'm telling this one. So K Banger. In case of Forest Service, K Banger, and I mean Engineering Geology by K Banger, and you can also have your then Umeshwar Prasad, Economic Geology by Umeshwar Prasad. Okay, then you can have some handouts from Vajiram, and you can have some class notes and some maps if you are having. That is more than enough for Forest Service. Stratigraphy, actually, what is the things means stratigraphy? You can study, you can start once your structural geology and general geology is over. Then you can start with the stratigraphy. Okay, it means like you should know go with the basics. Like what do you mean by strata? What do you mean by like principles of stratigraphy? So what are the things you are going to study under the stratigraphy? How, I mean, why we are studying the stratigraphy? Like that you have to start actually. Okay, then once it is done, once you know the principles of stratigraphy, stratigraphic succession and all, then you can go for the classification of stratigraphy like litho, chrono, bio and all. So once it is done, then you can go for the like Indian geology. That is nothing but like a age wise you are going to study the geology. Like age wise means Archean me what are the things, Proterozoic me what are the things, Mesozoic, Paleozoic me what are the things. So like that you will be going for the stratigraphy. Any other questions, ma here? Any more questions, sir? Feel free to ask, ma. Sorry, ma. Telegram. No, you can contact me in the mail ID. Mail ID again I can display. You can note it down. It is a geo Aravind Earth at gmail.com. Geo Aravind Earth at gmail.com. You can contact me in this mail ID. If any more, if no more doubts, then we can call it a demo for all. So we can wait for 3 more minutes, sir. Then we can call it a day. Uh, yeah, Mr. Aditya Prasad, the course is now online, ma. The course is online only. It is going live now. The course is online, so you can attend these courses. So thank you everyone. I think I had answered the questions for all the things. So if any doubt is there still, you can contact me. You can feel free to ask in that mail ID mentioned here. Okay. Okay, ma. All the best. Thank you.